Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my top VST plugins for 2024. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you're a seasoned pro. These are my top favorite VST plugins. Starting off with Analog Lab Pro. This will cost you roughly $199 depending on what currency you're in. The prices on today's list is how it stands whilst I'm making this video. So there might be sales, etc. in the future, or some might be on sale now and won't be in the future. So Analog Lab, key sounds for creatives. Analog Lab is a software instrument combining a world-class library of modern and vintage presets with instant access controls and workflow integration. This is what it looks like inside of your DAW. Comes with a ton of sounds. You can buy expansion packs as well to suit whatever genres you make specifically. Here are some of the sound banks that I have. Okay, so next up is Halftime. Halftime is €10 or $12. I know there's loads of halftime alternatives now, but I still find myself going back to halftime regardless. Halftime is an instant creative half speed effect. So using the same melody from the last VST as well as the Labs sound. What I love to use this for is maybe an intro and then a drop where the full original sound comes in. Halftime is really good at using the same sound and making it sound totally different for you to use in separate parts of your projects. Next up is EFX Motions by Artoria. This is a creative movement shaper. Once again, using that same melody with that same sound. As you can hear there, it takes chord progressions and really spices them up, gives them movement, gives them a bit of rhythm as well. Comes with a ton of presets, as you can see here. Even has a halftime effect with kind of a tape stop at the end of it in here. This can really spice up any old boring chord progressions. Okay, so next up is Contact 7, and this isn't necessarily an instrument, it's more of a player where you put instrument libraries inside of. But if you have Contact 7, it can introduce you to a new world of possibilities regarding libraries. As you can see here, it's at £134 right now. It's half price. If you do buy Contact 7, it comes with a ton of libraries for you to dive straight into. This is what my Contact looks like. Native Instruments have a ton of great libraries as well. I really love this strummed acoustic library. Sounds pretty awesome, but there's so many libraries that Native Instruments make, and the third-party libraries are awesome as well by people like Sonoscore and Strezov Sampling. So next VST on the list, well, it's more like a bundle, is the Originals Orchestra. This is £100 at the moment on sale. It includes multiple VSTs like the Cinematic Percussion, Epic Brass and Woodwinds, Epic Strings and Cinematic Pads. Here's the Epic Strings from that bundle. Comes with a few presets. If you do have more of a budget, there is the Hans Zimmer strings, which is $699, and yeah, this is not for everyone. Obviously it's a huge amount of money, but as you can imagine, the quality is top tier. If you can stretch to that amount, I will leave this in the description below as well with everything else. So today's video is sponsored by DistroKid. DistroKid is the best at getting your music uploaded to all of the top streaming websites like Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram, the list goes on and on. DistroKid has really easy to use upload forms, and once your music is up, they will even help you split your payments with your collaborators as well, which is very important. You don't want to have to worry about splitting the money with whoever you collaborate with. It'll be done automatically with DistroKid once you've set it up. They also have marketing features as well to help you push your music, such as hyperfollow. Hyperfollow will help you send the links out to all of your followers. You don't have to send a million different links out to every single streaming site. Hyperfollow will house all of them in one place. If you do want to sign up to DistroKid, feel free to use my 7% discount code. I'll leave it in the description below, and also I'll leave discount codes for Distro, Vid and Mixia as well in case you're interested in those. Something else that's quite expensive but a lot of people do use is Omnisphere, currently at $499 or €399. I'm sure you've seen all of your favorite producers using Omnisphere. It's very good for like bells and trap type sounds, but that's what I've used it for. It is quite expensive, but it comes with a whopping 14,806 sounds, so you do get quite a lot. The list of sounds here is quite ridiculous, like absolutely crazy, and you can buy expansion packs as well for this. On and on and on. I can't give you a demo of this as I don't currently have it on my computer, but if you do want it, I will list it below. Also by Spectrasonics is the Keyscape piano. This is $399. Keyscape is an extraordinary virtual instrument featuring the largest selection of collector keyboards in the world, from holy grail pianos to stunning keyboards you didn't even know existed. Here's the different types of keyboards and pianos in here, and it comes with 650 sounds as well. I've used this in studio and it does sound amazing. If you don't have the budget for this piano, don't worry about it. We have you covered over at DixonBeats. We have our Dixon's piano, only £12. Dixon's piano is a VST plugin that brings the timeless beauty of a kawaii grand piano to your fingertips. It comes with different presets as well, like reverse, pad and ARP. This is what it looks like inside of your DAW. Here's the original piano, reverse, pad and ARP. Remove the middle here for gain. Okay, so next up is Portal, currently at £65.50, 50% off. I think this sale ends in a few days, so you'd be very lucky to get it at this price. It's normally $131. Portal is a granular effects plugin, so kind of like EFX Motions, it kind of spices up your regular chord progressions or whatever melody you feed it. So I'm going to feed it that analog lab progression from earlier on. So next up is the Landa mastering plugin. Landa mastering plugin puts the music industry's most respected AI mastering engine right in your door for fast pro level masters. Landa is the only AI mastering service that is used by top audio engineers to produce pristine release ready masters for major labels and artists such as Lady Gaga, Gwen Stefani, Snoop Dogg, Seal and more. Also been used in these companies here. There's two options to get this. You can get this by buying it outright for $224. It's currently on sale, or you can get it with the Landa Studio Pro, which is a subscription. This is what their subscriptions look like. This is the yearly options. So if you get Studio Pro, you get the Landa mastering plugin as well as all of this on the left hand side here. And the reason I think this is a good option is because a lot of people have Splice and Arcade as well as mastering plugins that they have to purchase, but this is kind of like all of that wrapped into one. So with Landa you get 2 million royalty free samples, and their sample service is kind of like Splice. And there's some plugins and instruments included as well from companies like IK Multimedia, Artoria, Spitfire Audio. So you get access to those as well. And then you get access to something called Chromatic, which is kind of like Arcade. Comes with a bunch of instruments in here as well as vocals. So you get that as well as everything else in this list here. Currently on sale. I know a lot of you guys don't like subscriptions, which is fine. But I'm just saying, if you do have a Splice, Arcade, or any kind of separate subscriptions to this could work out cheaper, as in my opinion, this is kind of like all of those subscriptions wrapped into one. But if you are interested in finding out more about this, leave it in the description below with everything else. Okay, so next up is RC20 Retro Color. Now this is a throwback kind of VST. This is one of them VSTs that just don't go out of fashion. Ironically, as it's a retro plugin, this is going to be in people's lists from years ago to years to come, because it's one of those plugins that you just use all of the time. So here it is inside of your DAW. So not only does it give you that kind of nostalgic lo-fi effect, but you got other effects in here as well, like distortion and reverb. Another alternative to this, what I love to use as well, is Tape Mellify by Artoria. This is also a tape emulation plugin. This is what it looks like inside of your DAW. Comes with a ton of presets here for different occasions. Okay, so next up on the list is Soothe 2. This soothes harshness so your EQ doesn't have to. Remove harshness from any sound. Manage sibilance in vocals and dialogue. Transparency. Treat uneven tonal balance from suboptimal recordings. Clear muddiness, boominess, and proximity effect. If you do want to grab this plugin, it will cost you £175. The great thing about this one is you can try it for 20 days with all of its features. So this is what it looks like inside of your DAW. I've thrown in a loop here and purposely messed up the EQ settings to make it kind of hurt your ears a little bit, and then we're going to fix it with Soothe. And that's exactly what I use it for. Any kind of harshness that comes with like bells, flutes, and instruments like that are often really hard to EQ. Soothe has you covered. Just throw it in there and throw on some Soothe, and it seems to do the job 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10 to be honest. But there is a few different presets for different occasions. So you got bass, drums, acoustic, guitar, mastering advanced, de-essing, as well as a bunch of other scenarios that you might be interested in. But literally I just use it for soothing harshness. If you are interested in grabbing this, I'll leave it in the description below with everything else. So next up is Polyspace by Karanyi Sounds. This is currently $3 from $39. I can't promise you this price. It's $3 right now. It might be $39 by the time you get to it. Polyspace is for ambient reverberations. So this is what it looks like inside of your DAW. I'm gonna throw it on this loop here. Comes with a ton of presets here. Let's throw on some of these guitar ones since we've got a guitar. So I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking that's great, Dixon, but I literally don't have a budget to buy anything. That is fine because we have a video right here for the best free VST plugins for 2024. So I've been Dixon. Be safe, be productive, and hopefully I'll see you in this video right here.